Rick, before we talk about the loss in general, can you talk about what happened in the situation where you got a technical, didn't get the player in time, and then the technical also later in the ball game?
Well, the gentleman never told me that he was starting the clock. He told the score table, but he didn't tell me. And so I didn't know the clock was started. I mean, I was working to get a player in the game, but I didn't know that the clock was started. So that was negligence on their behalf. And I don't know what can be done, but hopefully we can have some conversations about about that situation.
Well, it certainly changed a lot in the course of the ball game. You got it to within 2 right there and started to get some momentum rolling too at that point.
Absolutely. First of all, I thought it was a clean steal. I thought Adrian was square. I thought it was a clean swipe. I thought it was an opportunity for us to go up to tie the ball game, and he was penalized, for making a good play. And then after that, again, Adrian fouls out. We are not aware that the clock starts. I thought it was 60 seconds. Now all of a sudden it's 20 seconds. I got to go and verify that rule. I've always known it was 60 seconds, unless they've changed something that I'm not sure about. And it's an awful call. It's awful to penalize these young kids, these young men for playing their hearts out. And so, it's a tough one. It's a tough one.
Go back to the third quarter. Well, let's actually go to the second quarter when Hall picked up his third. You had an opportunity maybe to extend your lead right there, and then you go to the third quarter and only score 3 points. What happened offensively just from that stretch?
Well, in the second quarter, we had a few possessions where we shot quick, deep threes, and that wasn't what we were to get to that point. I mean, and I try to let our kids play, and if you feel it, I want you to shoot it, but. Shoot a 20-footer, not a 28-footer, and without rhythm. And so we took two quick, long, deep threes. We didn't have floor balance on one when they got back and got an easy bucket in transition. And we're up 7, and, they go on a 5-0 run, and that we worked hard to get that 7-point lead, and then that gets away. And so, I don't know, man. It's a tough deal. It's a tough deal. But I take my hats off to Coach Lewis. He did a great job. He and his staff made some adjustments. But we talk about the first 3 minutes of the second half, and it's our ball, and we don't get a good possession. Or we had looks, we don't make it. It's some layups that we didn't make, and we didn't execute properly, but our kids kept fighting. We kept playing. We kept digging in, and we never gave up. And to go from 7 and cut that thing down to 2, and for that one play, I mean, it is a 7-point swing, man. I mean, we go from down 2 to 7, and it's very disheartening. And it's a helpless feeling as a coach because there's nothing you can do. I mean, I try to call my timeouts. I thought they did a great job of packing our lanes, took away our dribble penetration. We didn't get good body movement together, and it cost us. And we took some quick shots that was uncharacteristic of a few guys, and I don't know if it was just out of anxious or just trying to help our team, and it cost us. But I thought defensively, first half, we did a good job taking them out of their rhythm. They made a few adjustments where they came out with a little bit more intensity, and it didn't allow our pressure to bother them. What happened was, we kind of lost our identity of what we were doing and what we were all about, and we stopped getting stops, and they made a few shots, and next thing you know, we got to roll up your sleeves and grind, and we just didn't do a good. We just didn't grind it through, and so in this building, you have to come up and you have to smack them up 18 to get an 8-point win, if you know what I mean. Yeah. I mean, it's a tough place to play, and I'll just try to stay as professional and politically correct as I possibly can right now.
Hey, I want to ask you, back to that third quarter, because Adrian didn't score in the third, and neither did Christian in the third quarter. Did they take anything away from you guys in that point? Did they make adjustments, or was it just they? Because I don't think either Christian or Adrian shot a whole lot in that third quarter.
Well, I mean, they did a good job defensively. I mean, they didn't give us a whole lot of space, and they gapped it up pretty well. And again, we didn't execute our penetrate and kick game, and they took away some of our stuff. I mean, they knew pretty much what every time we run a play, they pretty much knew what we were doing, and and we knew pretty much what they were doing, and in the second half, they did a better job of taking our stuff away from us than we did taking away their stuff from them. At this point, they've got film on us, we got film on them, but it's just disappointing when you allow the officials to kind of dictate the game. I mean, let's be blunt. I mean, you got to make them layups. You got to make those free throws, and you can't let them get control of that game, because once they take control of the game and those whistles start blowing and it seemed to kind of tip a little bit away from us, I mean, it was kind of, cool in the first half, but it wasn't so cool in the second half. And I mean, nothing I can do about it other than just take it like a big boy and love on these kids and support them and just tell them how proud I am, because I'm proud of these kids. I mean, it was a tough year. We didn't have a good start, and we went through quite a bit of adversity this year, and there was a lot of doubt, and there was a lot of, there were some things said about our ball club and about me as a coach, and we didn't let it bother us. We kept grinding, and we kept working hard, and at the end of the year we became a pretty good ball club. And tonight we just wasn't good enough to win, and it's Indiana high school basketball, and at the end of the day, it's a game. If this is the toughest thing that these kids go through, then I think these kids are going to be all right. And myself, it's a tough loss, but I got a lot to learn, and I got a lot to get better at. And I thought we came in with a pretty reasonable defensive game plan, and offensively we just had some guys that had been producing that they just didn't have good nights. And these are the nights you got to have the right energy, and you got to go to another level. And unfortunately, we didn't have enough guys to go to the next level.